Hey everyone, I'm Ryan and this is Get Your Mind Right. So I just had a wonderful day at work and I was like, oh, I should make a video. And basically what made me want to make this video is because how wonderful my day was at work today. So basically my commute is like 40 minutes, right? Which it can be annoying, to tell you the truth. But me working in the biotech industry, a lot of the jobs for it are in South San Francisco. And basically, I'm in Oakland. And so, as I was driving today to work, I had the same amount of traffic, 40 minutes, but, I was being productive and made a video. And so, something that I've been really paying attention to lately, or just been drilling in my head, is that this is a focus-based universe. And I got that concept from Esther Hicks out of her book called Acts and It's Given, Laws of Attraction. And so basically she's saying that it's a focus-based universe, meaning whatever you focus on, that is what you are going to get in return. So if I focus on the lack of me not having something, I'm going to keep getting lack of something, right? If I focus on me getting good grades, that's what I will begin to see, good grades. If I focus on running into traffic, I'm going to keep seeing traffic, and more traffic. So once I've been trying to really focus, I feel like I knew a lot of this stuff, but when you hear from different people and you're like, oh, that's what this person meant the whole time. So one of the things that Esther really talks about, or Abraham says through Esther, is just your focus. What is your focus on? So usually when we want something, it's due to what we don't want, right? But the thing is, with most of us, we tend to focus. If I want a new job, I will focus on all the bad stuff at my current job of why I want this new job. So due to you wanting something new, you tend to harp and focus on the bad of how much you didn't want something. And once you do that, the backfire is that you're focusing on the do not, what you don't want, you're going to keep getting it. So that was something I don't think I ever noticed before. Like, when I wanted a new job, when I first wanted the new job from where I was at before, my focus was on schedule. Like, that was my focus. I was like, I'm tired of this place. I don't like my schedule here. I don't like to feel like, everything is being controlled. Like, I don't have no freedom or something. That's how I felt. Like, I just did not have the freedom that I know I was supposed to be having at a job. And so when I began to think about the new job, it was always based off the irritation of the old job. And it's like, basically, when you start to think like that, it's all downhill. Like, it's all downhill. Because the simple fact is that you're not focusing on what this new job is going to be like. You're not focusing on how good this new job is going to feel for you. And because you're not focused on that, you're not going to get it. You may get the new job, but it may just bring along with, when you get the new job, you're basically going to have all the old job stuff that you didn't like slowly start popping up. Because mind you, that's what you've been focused on the whole time, right? So now that I got that really drilled in my head, today when I was at work, before I would focus on my ride home. I would focus on how I got to go home, do X, Y, and Z. I would just focus on it to the point where it would stress me out. And so last night I was saying to myself, since you have this drilled in your head, this is a focus-based universe, how about you stop focusing on your traffic? Stop focusing on things like that. And so when I came into work this morning, I got to work, I think 30 minutes early, which I was actually kind of shocked because I did not focus on my traffic. I didn't. I was just like, you know what? I'm going to get up early. If I get up early, I'm not going to run into traffic. So it doesn't matter, right? And when I got on the road and I looked at the time, I was like, damn, I'm about to be kind of early to work. Am I sure? Like, what the heck? And it was still the same amount of traffic that it was all the other days, but it just went by so much smoother. It went by so much smoother. And I think usually I could get to work 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and this time I got there in 40 minutes. But like I said, the ride was just, it was at ease. It was just smooth. And when I got to work, my manager, she was asking me, how was my ride over? I was like, oh, it was cool. I got here a little bit early where I was able to, help you guys set up for y'all and prep. And so today, I usually get off work at about 4:30 or whatever. And so my manager came up to me. She was like, you could leave right now to avoid the traffic. And I was like, are you sure? I wouldn't have took on the job if I'm going to be bitching and complaining about the drive and the commute, right? And she said, you all good. Go home. I'll see you tomorrow. Like, oh my God. I can't even switch the camera around. But if I could, there's nobody on the road. Like, it's nobody on the road. So that's kind of amazing of how true it is that this traffic really do not pop up until about 5 o'clock. Like, I guess it's true, 5 o'clock traffic. But as I'm driving home now, I'm so happy, y'all. Like, I'm so happy because I get to go home, walk my dog while it's still daylight, eat some food while it's all still daylight, and I'm going to work out too. But during this whole day today, I really was avoiding getting caught up with the drama in my mind. I really was avoiding getting irritated, finding stuff to look for to get mad. Because I'm good for that. I'm good for recycling a conversation in my head, right? And so what I'm really noticing about myself after reading Acts and Its Giving by Esther and Jerry Hicks is that, and I knew this already, but like I said, I think the way she describes it gives you a little bit more control that you can do it, right? And one thing she talks about, one thing so many people talk about is, feeling. And just feeling happy in general, just because. And I kid you not, before I left work, before my manager came up to me and told me you could take off, I really said to myself, I said, you know what? I just feel so good right now. I am so grateful. And I just kept saying I'm grateful. And I kept saying I appreciate my coworkers, because I actually really do appreciate them. With me being new there, they always ask me how I'm feeling. They show like they are happy to see me. Not doing backflips. I don't need all that. But they are happy to see me as I am happy to genuinely see them too. And the whole entire day, like, I was having little pockets and moments where I would just smile out the blue underneath my mask. And I could actually feel my body getting happier and happier and happier and happier and happier. Like, sincerely happier. And I even started being grateful for stuff that, I may not physically have in this moment, but because I'm thinking about it, I'm just like, shit, I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for me graduating, getting my bachelor's degree finally. That one time I forgot to apply for school, and so I missed a semester because I literally forgot to apply. So I'm really excited of getting my bachelor's degree. Like, today was a day where I just start being happy of things that I don't physically have yet, but mentally I already had it. Mentally I've already, since you think about it, you already got it. If you say you won a lottery, you got it. You just got to create the vibration for you to get to it. You just don't know that you don't know that you got it yet. So keep in mind throughout this whole day, whenever you watch this video, just really keep in mind about me saying, or about Esther speaking about it being a focus-based universe. And the more you drill that into your head, that this is a focus-based universe, you'll be really surprised of what you begin to focus on. You know what I mean? I like to use jobs as my example because I feel like so many people could grasp it. But you know, even if it's relationship wise, what are you focused on in a relationship? Are you focused so deeply on a negative that you can't move forward? What? But keep in mind, with this being a focus-based universe, that you can start moving your focus to other things. You know, if you see something that you don't want, focus on the want of it. And the more appreciation you start to have for little things, the more you, and when I mean appreciation for little things, I mean like so little that you like, oh, thank God I got this parking spot right in front of this location. You know, appreciating someone holding the door open for you. Oh, thank you so much. And you sit down, you like, you know what? That was nice that they held the door open for me. They could have let it close and I had to just creep in or something. But there are so many more things that you could focus on. There are so many things that you could start off small and begin to appreciate. And once you start appreciating those small stuff, it really does change how you feel. It changes your vibration and it puts you in that state where you can start receiving the things that you desire. So if the desire is you to have a more happier romantic relationship, start to just appreciate the small stuff. Appreciate that you went on a date and he paid for the date. Appreciate that even though you guys didn't click like that, you know, you still had a good time and you got home safely. You know, that's what it means by appreciating little stuff. You know, the old you or the old me would be like, I had a date with him. I could have stayed my ass home. I didn't like him, but he didn't do nothing bad to you. You got home safe. You just didn't romantically like him, and that's fine. But it doesn't mean you got to be irritable or irritated or mad about it. No. You accept and you appreciate the little that you got out of it and go on about your day. And the more and more you begin to appreciate this small stuff, you know, you really will become the king or the queen of reframing. You know, you go out with a girl that, you know, the date was all right, but you don't really like her. Okay, just appreciate you. You had some nice female energy around you. Yeah, y'all didn't set it off, but you got out the house. You got to walk around with a cute girl on your arm, which made everybody be like, oh, who is he? You know, appreciation will help you begin to have your focus on things that you actually genuinely want to happen for yourself. And you know, if you get a chance, I would say listen to the audiobook of it, because Jerry Esther's husband, he's reading it and his voice is really nice. So it kind of feels like you over there hanging out with him and Jerry's just running his mouth telling you stuff. And I like the book because, you know, I don't know if you noticed that a lot of people repeat the same stuff over and over and over. For a second, when I was seeing stuff like that, I was like, what the hell is wrong with people? Is they ran out of stuff to talk about? What's wrong? Why is I'm hearing the same thing over and over? But it finally clicked in me because I listen to things over and over and over again, because it really does drill in your head what's happening. It's to the point when you listen to stuff over and over again, you should be able to complete the sentence. That's how well you want to listen to something over and over again, because when you do that, when you have whatever trials and tribulations that pop up in life, those words that you just read, those words that you listened to over and over again, those words that you read over and over again, they really pop up for you when it needs to happen. You know, like I said, me hearing that focus-based universe comment and then listening to it over and over and over and over and over again. Like it's really been making sure that I really don't focus on the other non-wants that I have in my life. It really is making sure I focus on the things that I like. It's making me focus on the things that I desire. You know, it's somebody that I do not feel like talking to. I'm just not in the mood to have this conversation with this person. They already too much. It's just too much. And you know, it's funny because I was thinking about that stuff Saturday and they ass popped up. Then Monday came along and they went through my mind and they butt popped up again. I said, oh, let me not think about this person. Because the universe like, well, you focused on them. That's why they keep popping their ass on up on you. So you want a new car? What does that mean? You need to focus on a new car. You don't go looking back at the old car and you saying how raggedy it is and how it doesn't do X, Y, and Z, how the timing belt is slipping and how you constantly have to take it to the shop because you're not leaving any room open for the new car to come in. You're not leaving no space in your mind for the new car when you constantly complaining about the old car or about the current car. So, you know, it's only natural because she talks about that too. Like, it's only natural for you to focus on the do not want, because like I said earlier, a lot of our wants come from what we don't want. But I would say this, since you now know what I'm saying, you could briefly, not deeply focus on the do not wants, but what you could do is briefly let the do not wants pop up, but don't harp on them. So say for instance, you in a relationship and your spouse, you want your man to start taking you out Saturday nights, right? And usually you will focus on how he don't take you out. So you'll say, you know, I want him to take me out Saturday nights. I want Saturday nights to be our date night. But, you know, he's always being busy with his friends, and it's so annoying that he's always with his friends that he can't take me out, specifically on Saturday. This frustrates me because I want to spend my Saturday night with him, but instead I have to go do X, Y, and Z, and then I spend time with him Sunday. So I would really prefer us to go out Saturday night. You know, that's what I want. But we don't go out Saturday night because he's always with his friends. See how you keep jumping back and forth? So what you would normally do is say, I want to start going out Saturday night with my boyfriend. Or, I want to start going out Saturday nights with my girlfriend. You start thinking of the fun things you guys could do Saturday nights. You don't even have to say, if you say why, you don't say because, you don't, if you ask yourself, well, why do you want to go out Saturday nights? Then you talk about all the fun stuff that you could do Saturday nights. You don't say, I want to go out Saturday nights because Friday nights are blah, 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 blah. No, because then you're going back to the stuff that you don't want. So you'll keep it all on why you want to go out Saturday nights, because Saturday nights are so much fun. You know, Saturday night is the day before it's Sunday, and I love to go out Saturday night and then go out for a Sunday brunch, because Saturday nights tend to have more activities, and I prefer to go out Saturday nights. And I want to go out Saturday nights with my boyfriend, or my girlfriend, or my wife, or my husband, because I want us to spend more time together. And then why do you guys want to spend more time together? Because I want us to create a stronger bond. I want us to create a deep intimacy between one another so we could continue to grow together. We could trust each other, blah, 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 blah. Are you getting what I'm meaning now? So you just try your best to focus on the wants and the positives of the wants. And the more you keep focusing on that type of stuff, you know, your brain will begin to automatically do it for you. You know, I said that earlier before that my affirmations are so embedded in my head that I barely have moments where I'm irritated about something. So what I mean by that is like I say, when I lose my keys, all hell breaks loose. So now if I misplace my keys, see how I use different words? Misplace, lose. Now if I misplace my keys, my old conversation used to be, my old conversation, I would actually bring up a guy from the past and say, if the motherfucker treated me right, I would be thinking about him at this moment, which is in turn making it difficult for me to find my keys. Yeah, that's how far I go. But if because I've changed my mindset, and like I said, because I've drilled these affirmations in my head so hard, that when I misplace my keys, I just literally say, oh, my keys are misplaced. I'll look for them in a little bit because I know they're here. I only misplaced them. And because I say I misplaced and not lost, I don't get into a panic. When I say lost, I notice I get into a panic. When I say misplaced, I actually really do feel like my keys are just right there and I'm overlooking them. And now that I do those, now that I use certain vocabulary, and like I said, with my affirmations drilled in my head, so I have these kind, beautiful words saying, it's okay, Ryan, you'll find your keys. And don't worry, you have an extra set of car keys and you have an extra set of house keys. So whatever happens, if you can't find this set, you always have another set to use. Seriously, that's how you got to treat yourself. Because mind you, your ass is old now. You're a grown-ass woman, and you better not be sitting up there calling your parents, your friends to gripe about some of these small things that you as an adult need to be mature enough to handle, okay? And finding my keys is something as a grown adult woman I need to be mature enough to handle. And granted, I'm sure a lot of people will still listen to me rant and cry about some keys, but do I really want to use somebody else's time for that? No. I'd rather use their time for something so much more important, or something that's really is an emergency. So, biggest takeaway from all this, to keep in mind, drill in your head, this is a focus-based universe. Whether you focus on the negative, whether you're focused on the positive, whether you focus on the indifference, whatever you focus on, the more you will get of it. You may, again, once say, how do I not focus on the do not wants? Because the do not wants give me my wants. The do not wants give me my desire, right? That's fine and dandy. You want a new job, your old job schedule was horrible. So you know that your new job schedule needs to be consistent and it needs to be stable. So that's what you focus on. Your job schedule being consistent and stable. You won't focus on how the old job schedule was not consistent nor stable. So remember, you can always figure out your do not wants. But once you know those, you don't need to remember them no more, because from those do not wants, your desires are going to pop up right in your face. And that is what you begin to focus on. You want longer nails. You focus on having longer nails. You don't focus on how brittle your nails are. You don't focus on how much they break on a consistent basis. You just focus on how beautiful your nails look, how beautiful they're going to look now. You want a new car. You don't focus on how bad your old car doesn't work. You focus on how smooth your new ride is. You focus on how cheaper the maintenance is, how often you have to go get it maintenance. That's what you will focus on. Things of that nature. You focus on your wants and you get more of it. Whatever is your focus, you get more of it. Your boyfriend not acting right, and you spend days in, days out focusing on how he's not acting right, you'd be surprised how much bullshit he's going to keep bringing to you. Boyfriend not acting right, you focus on the time where the dumbass was acting right. And then you focus on you acting right so you could probably go about your business, because he may not be the one for you. Somebody not doing something that you want them to do, you begin to focus on what you could do to keep thriving. You don't focus on they still didn't do it. They still didn't do it. They still didn't do it. It don't matter. You get to focusing on you. what you need to do, what you need to do, what you need to do, what you need to do. All right, I'm done. Focus, 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 focus. Focus on something that you desire. Focus on something that you truly want to happen for yourself so you can have more of it.